A major ruling today from the Supreme Court on guns. The justices upholding a longtime ban that prevents people who have domestic violence restraining orders against them from owning a firearm. Conservatives and liberals joining the 8-1 majority. Justice Clarence Thomas, the lone dissent. Eyewitness News anchor Sandra Bookman is here now with more on the decision and the message it now sends. Sandra.
Yeah, Mike, this was the court's first Second Amendment case since they expanded gun rights in 2022. Now, the case, U.S. versus Rahimi, centered on a 30-year-old law that prohibits those with domestic violence restraining orders from owning a gun. Today, the Supreme Court overwhelmingly decided people with domestic violence restraining orders against them cannot own a gun, and in doing so, sent a clear message to women like Lachey Cretain.
They listen to survivors. They listen to us. Because it's not a day, a minute, or a second that we don't think about it and we don't feel the pain.
Her ex-boyfriend shot her 5 times in 1996. All 5 bullets are still in her body. She says she wishes she had gotten a restraining order against him at the time. Today, in an 8-1 opinion, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote, "The laws in question confirm what common sense suggests. When an individual poses a clear threat of physical violence to another, the threatening individual may be disarmed." Justice Amy Coney Barrett wrote the concurring opinion, saying the Second Amendment is not absolute.
She's right. We limit weapons. There are weapons that exist today that did not exist some 100, 200 years ago that have limitations on them.
In his dissent, Justice Clarence Thomas sided with Ramini's argument that he could not be disarmed because only gun laws rooted in the nation's founding history and tradition can comply with the Second Amendment.
When you look at the statistics of women who have been killed by their partners, the numbers are alarming.
An abused woman is 5 times more likely to die from a domestic abuse situation if a gun is involved. And 70 women a month, on average, are shot and killed by intimate partners. That, according to the gun control group Everytown for Gun Safety. President Biden today applauded the ruling, saying it allows families to count on critical protections as they have for the past 3 decades.